What's up, guys? Oh, man. Man, it's early. I can't believe I woke up this early. A little ridiculous. Anyway. Let's see. I can see what kind of... Oh yeah, I forgot I got this gun. What the fuck was that noise? But anyway, so I was having a conversation at work and that. And well, the conversation was they were talking about OnlyFans. They were saying like all these people make money off OnlyFans, and I said people don't make that much money off OnlyFans. I'm sorry to say. I don't know why people keep announcing that they fucking do because they fucking don't.
I'm going to blow.
Like majority of people that make money on OnlyFans, that make a lot of money because they already have a gigantic social media. And I try to explain that to them that they're like, imagine they think, oh, when you start something, yeah, it's like just because you start something like that, you're not gonna make that much money. I know, I know a girl that like does online like type of like porn stuff and that, you know, and I met her and that, you know, we used to work together and shit, and like. I try to explain, and she explained to me, she's like, yeah. And she wasn't a bad looking girl. She was cute, she had big boobs and that, but like, she didn't make a lot of money. But people try to believe that shit because they see it online and that, so you guys don't even know how to make money on social media and that stuff. Like, you have to constantly be posting shit. If you don't constantly post stuff, you're never gonna keep people's attention. And like, these people like... And these people are like talking to me that and be like, yeah, you do. You make a lot of money by, you know, showing off your fucking shit on the internet. I'm like, no, you don't. I'm like, the only way you make that kind of money in that is if you have a big social media following. And if you're attractive enough. Yeah, you might get a couple of perverts that are gonna fucking like you in that. Like, yeah, every once in a while you might get some person comes on there, it's gonna give you like a couple $100 to see you naked and shit, but it's not as easy as you think it is. Like, there's women online that actually, like, on YouTube and that actually explain OnlyFans, actually explain how it actually works. And he said, there's sometimes you don't make fucking much money. Like these bitches sell their fucking body for, like, $3 a month and shit. And it becomes so funny though, because people actually believe that you make a lot of money, and you don't. It blows my mind. Like, the statistics are already out. Like, 1% of OnlyFans people are the only ones that make millions of dollars. That's how it is with any fucking thing. And I like how people just say, like, it's like, if you work at a place, and you say you work half-assed, do you think that you're gonna make millions of fucking dollars in that? Like, well, they're gonna say, no, okay. So what do you think happens when you work at, you know, when you do anything half-ass? You're gonna do it half-ass, you're not gonna get that much money out of it. That's why you see some people get paid enormous a lot more than others. Like at my job, I get paid more than everybody else as a just basic employee. because I work more than everybody else. It's kind of how it is with social media, in a way. Yeah. And there's always a reason why people always want to say things, because they look at it online and they think that these people make a lot of money now. Like, the conversation started like this. One of the guys was saying, oh yeah, I saw a guy buy a car with just pure cash. And he said, and the context was, he did OnlyFans. I said, the context was he did OnlyFans. Okay. How big is his following in general? Like, what did this person do to get that big ass following? And you look back, oh, he did a lot of stupid shit. His following was big. That's the reason why he makes money. But there's only so many people that are watching shit online. Not everyone's going to be watching, you know, a person just started something.
Let me help you with that crazy.
Times roll.
No effect. You are an ass. A big hairy ass.
This gun is so fucking good. Oh yeah, another fucking pearl weapon. Oh, I got the sniper one. Sure, let's pick it up.
Her Majesty.
But I was just trying to explain that, and these people had no idea how it works because you guys aren't on social media. You build your following up, and then you activate, you know, specific things. What's this? Never before trigger bloodshot. Critical hitting an enemy with blood. With the simple method to chance to bloodshot.
Cover my advancement.
Spectacular.
But yeah, instead of listening to me, like, these people like to argue with me, and like, I actually know what I'm talking about. I actually fucking look into it, and there's research behind it. These are the kind of people that believe everything on the internet absolutely just because they fucking see it. And like, you know that a lot of this shit is just made up. Or if the person does have that kind of money in that, it's because of other reasons behind it. And like, you guys are always looking at things for that it's indefinite just because you see it online. But what you hear from a person like myself, somebody you actually see, you actually hear, it's like, yeah. If you've done stocks in that and you were smart with it, or maybe because your parents have a lot of money that you got a good job because your parents, you know, worked their asses off and you like trained for it. Or these people are just spoiled rotten bitch fucking people and that grow social media by throwing a bunch of money at it. And the guys that might work at that were talking about this, they don't get that people throw money to make more views. So say if I invested in YouTube, I threw like a couple $100 in, say a month, to get subscribers and get views or get stuff like that, my channel would be quite fucking large. Like when you go on Twitch and you see people that just start their stream and you look at their view count is like 10 to 20 fucking thousand just starting off. I said 10 or 20,000 people are not going to be on there as soon as you start. They're buying views. And then people want to say, well, you know, why would they do that? Because social media is like that. Social media itself only sort of people can watch you if you're like the first one that's, you know, doing it. Like, say like for instance, like when YouTube started that, when Angry Video Game Nerd got big, YouTube put Angry Video Game Nerd on the top fucking bracket because it was popular, because people like watching it. Exactly. Atlas. You know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. That sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes it does just hit you right up front. As in, like, you know, like, you'll get broadcasted a shit ton. You know, like when James Rolfe came out, or when Angry fucking Joe came out. Angry Joe came out almost kind of the same time, like 2007, 2008. And their channels grew super fast because they talked about video games and you look at the video game industry, a lot of people play video games. You have probably like hundreds of millions of people that play video games every year. You know, so they're looking at something that's video game related. I don't know. It's just when people talk about these things that they try to make sense out of stuff that they just like don't understand shit. Cause they're just really fucking dumb and they never want to listen. They just believe everything they see. Hence the reason why a lot of people believe that space is real when it's completely fucking fake. It's all fake. Elon Musk, the rocket ships, it's all fake shit. It's all just ways of them just telling you that you're just fucking stupid. Like, basic science tells you that we live in a firmament. 100% firmament. It's just how it is. It's exactly what it is. But people want to sit there, why would the government lie? Well, the government lies to you about everything. Like, they literally don't tell you the fucking truth. You know, that's the whole point of these governments. These governments don't want you to know the truth because in their minds, they can't control something that knows if they know the truth about God, God has more power than government. So they don't want you to know that God exists. They'll say, well, yeah, we believe in religion and stuff like that.
You know I can see you, right?
Yeah, they'll make you give you a religion to believe in. Because you believe in religion doesn't mean you believe in God. But that's how these governments work. That's how all these things work. And they'll keep on pushing these narratives. And you want to say, well, why do they keep pushing narratives? Because they know if you find out, they lose power. That's when you see people constantly like sucking Trump's fucking dick and everything that he says. You got people that are Republican or are conservative based people, say like myself. I'm conservative based, but I don't believe all the shit that he says. I criticize my leaders. That's the problem. People don't criticize their leaders. They don't criticize celebrities. Yes, Dwayne Johnson's on fucking steroids. I criticize him. If he wants to be 50-something years old and be fucking like enormously in better shape than almost 99% of all fucking humanity, yeah, motherfucker, you're gonna get criticized. And then people are gonna look at you. Professional health people, bodybuilders, everybody's gonna criticize you because you threw yourself on the internet. And then you wanna back it down and do this perfect fucking bullshit, but you're just lying. And then you sit there and lose 50 pounds of fucking muscle. 50 pounds of muscle. Out of nowhere. It sounds like your body literally went to its natural size. Oh. That's how you look naturally? So without steroids, you're not even that, you're an average, maybe a slightly above average, normal dude that lifts weights. Like everybody else that lifts weights. Huh. So you're not that jacked out on, diuretics and all that shit. Because, it's like, look at Liver King. He says he spends, I think he spends like $1 million a fucking year on, or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on fucking steroids and shit. Growth hormones and that. And then you find out that's true. And you're like, well, why do they do that? Because they're lying to you. They don't want you to know to do these things. Not only because it's fucking dangerous to do that shit. That's the reason why they don't want you to fucking know. It's just how it is. Like, you think Dwayne Johnson's gonna show us his fucking cycles? Of course they will. Eventually, other people can tell the cycles of the people because of the way they fucking look. What I'm saying is people are gonna lie to you on the they're gonna lie to you about a lot of stuff and that to keep their image high. That's how it always works. I know a lot of people don't want to believe in that shit because they're Disney fucking adults. They literally believe in everything that they heard because they think that, because people are smart, they should just they'll give you all the right answers. And I'm like, what do you mean that they're smart? People that are smart fucking lie considerably a lot because you believe them. And until you put accountability against it, the person's gonna actually have to tell the truth. That's what makes it funny when you get people that are on steroids always say they're not. Like Michael Hearn. Michael Hearn's like, I was naturally 240 pounds, 18 years old in high school. How the fuck are you? Like, I understand you were kind of a big dude and that, but how the fuck were you 240 fucking pounds in high school, bro? If you did work out, I can understand it, but like, holy crap, bro. Like, jeez. Like, you're in high school. Unless you're training like the bulk of your fucking life and that on this shit, then I can understand, but like, come on, man. And then you look at people that look at that Michael Hearn's body and that, they say, yeah, he started probably taking steroids when he was probably like, 18 and shit. Start doing a little bit of steroids here and there. Because he's the same way he is now at fucking like 50 something. That makes no sense. I used to work out all the time. I'm sure you do. What else do you have to do with your life? You don't do anything else besides lift fucking weights and talk to people that believe that you're not on steroids. It's like young, impressionable fucking kids believe that shit. They do. That's why a lot of people go after these, you know, celebrity-based figures and that. They get caught up for the bullshit. That's just how it is, but yeah, it's just... That's what it is, you know, about people that say they make a lot of money on fucking OnlyFans, and then I actually know the truth about the sex stuff and that they barely make maybe like most of them, the most people probably like I would say 90% of people probably barely make like minimum of $300 to maybe $700 a fucking month, and sometimes and they might make a little bit more because of tipping, but like the constant revenue. Like, say, like, we'll look at Amaranth, for instance. Amaranth started a business because her man evidently had a lot of fucking money or had some sort of income that promoted her. He dumped money into his woman because she was fucking hot. So they started Twitch. She started off as a gamer girl. All she did was sit there, look pretty and play fucking video games. Because the man was just like, yeah, just play video games online, smile, dress up, you know, dress up a little slutty in that. And then guess what? She started to get traction because she's pretty. Yeah, men pay for that shit because they're fucking stupid. So she started getting more views and more stuff like that. And then you can look at, oh, well, we could buy bots and that, and we'll buy stuff and that. We'll buy a little bit here and there. And you slowly build it up. And then throughout the years, she started getting really fucking popular. And because the weakness of what men do now, because no one's a fucking real man anymore, they're all a bunch of pussy simps that sit there all day and like jack off to everything. And so Amberth was extremely hot fucking redhead woman, very gorgeous looking, and everybody wanted to fuck her. So guess what? You make a lot of money because you're actually attractive looking. Wow, so beauty makes you money? Yeah. And that's what I try to explain. It's like, if you're not attractive, you're not going to make money. Very judgmental. There's a lot of judgmental simp fucking dudes out there that only go towards women that are actually attractive. That's why the chicks get fake tits. They make their tits look perfectly proportioned. Because, like, fucking like, titty implants are getting so good now that these doctors can literally make their tits look like anime tits. They make them look perfect. And then we see these chicks go online with these perfect tits. People, they say that they're real. No, they're not real. Boobs don't look that fucking good, that big. Like, various of women have gigantic boobs that actually are perfectly fucking round and shit. And that's very few of them. Most of the times, their fucking left boob is smaller than the fucking right boob. It's just how it is. But what I'm trying to say is, like, these people get this fake reality out there that they look like this, but naturally they don't. And they embrace this unnaturalness that all these women want to get injected fat in their ass and get fucking silicone fucking flubber in their butt. And they go around on the internet posting. I see okay. Just say, every fucking chick that I see on a short that sits there and posts some random stuff with their big fucking titties, immediately I look up their name, instantly OnlyFans. They all have OnlyFans. But why the fuck are you on YouTube then if you make enough money on OnlyFans? And then you look at their fucking sites. Or they'll have their own personal websites that just, you know, that gravitate towards, you know, sexualizing them. You look at their monthly fucking ratings. Their monthly ratings are so fucking high sometimes. I'm like, who the fuck's gonna pay $600 a month just to see you fucking stick a fucking dildo in your ass? When you can literally get that shit for free online with Pornhub or whatever fucking things that we watch. Exactly. So it makes no fucking sense. Do people do it? I'm sure rich people do, but only so many of them are out there. But when every time I look at one of these girls that's on Facebook, and she constantly posts this shit, like probably 10 times a fucking day. Constantly posting. She posts these pictures of her grinding on stuff, sitting there doing dances and shit. She's constantly fucking posting shit. And then she has her website sitting there on her Facebook. She tries to say that she's not a whore, that she's only, doing like fashion shit. Nah, she literally sucks a whole lot of fucking dick. it hasn't changed since fucking the 70s and that, when whorehouses were around. It's the same shit. It's gonna stay to be the same. It's just online. It's just more easier just doing it online. Hence the reason why a lot of people don't understand this shit, because they're running around fucking blind because they're just stupid. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. It kind of blows my mind that people actually believe this shit. And when I actually tell them about that, they're like, they make up a bunch of shit. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are just retarded. Like, it doesn't work like that. And like, people go on there. I said, till you try, you ain't never gonna know. I say, go make an OnlyFans. Go post some fucking shit on OnlyFans. I bet you probably not. You won't get many views for like a couple months. And they won't do it because it's like, yeah, just go sit there and go, as a woman that's not that attractive looking. Go ahead and go post. You spread your legs or something like that and try to like do something small. I bet you're gonna think, I'm gonna make millions of fucking dollars. Oh my god, no, you ain't gonna make shit. You're gonna person that's gonna look at you, they're gonna be hella fucking judgmental. And they're gonna be so judgmental over you, it's gonna make you fucking cry. And you're gonna sit there and fucking cry because people are like, why are they so hateful in that? I thought people were just supposed to throw money at me because I'm naked. Yeah, but you gotta be really fucking hot, though. If you're out of shape and fucking fat, or like you have no tits, no ass, like you just don't have anything good on you, you're not gonna make money off fucking that shit.
What is happening with your face area?
Like, it's just how it works, guys. Like, when I started streaming that, I thought I was gonna be fucking big. I thought I was gonna have, probably 10,000 subscribers by now. Just a little channel on that, just for me to talk about bullshit and that, and, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I barely got 400. It's been fucking 5 years, and I post constantly. I may not play video games that talk about a bunch of shit. Yeah, that's the point. I try not to give in to the stereotype, because there's more important things to do than talk about fucking video games and movies and that. That's all I'm saying. Like, it takes a while to do that shit. Like, if I invested money into my fucking thing, then yeah, I probably have a couple thousand more views than normal. But the thing with it, it's just not how it works. But people that never try it don't understand it. Like, remember this one chick, she talked about with me on, I was up at something Superstore, and she kind of like talked to me about it, and I just go, yeah, I started a YouTube channel and that. I made, thousands of, subscribers and that. I said, that's because you're a woman, and most people that watch YouTube are fucking men. Like, you're a woman, all you have to do is sit there, do a little fucking dance, or just talk about random shit and look cute, and you're gonna get fucking views, dumbass. That's how it works. It's all about attraction. Like, if I had my camera on more, yeah, I'd probably get way more fucking, people interacting with me. But I don't have my camera on. I never fucking do anymore because I don't fucking care. I turn it off constantly. I still have it, I just don't fucking use it.
recognize me from your nightmares? Your existence is tedious. That's a mistake I'll make someone pay for.
I don't know, it's just when I talk about this stuff that people get fucking like, they just say a bunch of random shit and they make no fucking sense. I try to explain it to them, but the people that, some people I work with just don't fucking listen to shit because they're just fucking retarded. And it's always the same person, like, that just believes in everything she sees online because she's an online person. But yeah, there's some people that are just online people. They live in a virtual fucking life, and they believe everything they see online as being perfect. I always try to look at those people like you're just fucking more retarded than others. Like you're just so fucking like dumb. I used to be an online person that and like yeah, social media and stuff like that, but I don't believe everything I see online, and I never will because that's fucking retarded. Yeah, he gives you I think he gives you a little more experience. What's this? Injector, blood rush. Automatically recovers health on second when. But yeah, so like it's like trying to explain this stuff to people that don't understand it. They always throw down the same stupid questions like I said before. They see it online, so they believe that it's true. I'm like, and then when I say most stuff online is really fake shit, like if you look it up, you're gonna see a lot of people just making up shit, and then some people actually talk about the reality of it. And like, and then one of the chicks, of course, she's honestly like the dumbest person there at my job and that. She's a cool person, but she's really fucking like low on the spectrum of fucking like knowing shit. Cause she comments on things because she doesn't want anyone to like have confrontation with her. And when I said that about OnlyFans, and I said, well, most stuff you see online is pretty fake. She said, well, most stuff in real life's fake too. I'm like, what? Like, if you real life, we're talking about internet life where you see things from your phone and from your TV, compared to real life when you see things with your own fucking eyes. I said the internet can be used to be fake because they can make it fake. They can make it more fake because it's behind a camera. So they can make it look however they want to. In real life, really tell you the truth because you see it in full. You don't see it them cutting it up and editing it and making it look better. It made no sense. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you live in a internet bubble. You believe various of nonsensical shit that's fucking stupid because that's why you're retarded. That's why you have, you know, I say a lower brain function than most people do because the way you fucking act. You're just fucking stupid. And I'm like, woman, you make no fucking sense at all. Zero sense. Like, you cannot be that fucking stupid. Like, well, like, how? How? How are you that fucking dumb? Like, I can't comprehend how fucking retarded someone is. It asks a question so, like, or puts out a statement so dumb, and they want to act like it's smart. Just because you say something, it doesn't mean it's not stupid. Like, I say dumb shit all the time. What? It's like, what the fuck are people talking about? They make no sense. It's so funny. They're so dumb. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's fake things in real life too. Like, no, it's not. They're not talking about like things you see, like fake tits and that. We're talking about the reality sense that everything you see online has a fakery to it. Like, it's actually lies. In real life, you could see fake tits, but you can identify them as being fake. That's the identification of it. That makes no sense. Like, as I said, if I see someone that has a lot of money online, they buy shit, and they go to a car dealership, how do you not know the whole thing's fucking made up and fake? How do you know they don't know the dealership guy? How do you not know that they just rented the fucking car and say that they bought a fucking a big ass? Well, they show the money. How do you not know the money's fucking fake? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these people just believe it all. Like, I see they have people that literally rent fucking cars, take pictures of them, and say that it's theirs so they can make money off the internet. And yes, they do that constantly. But people want to believe that it's true. Yeah, that's the whole thing. They want you to believe their stupidity. But what makes you dumb as fuck that you believe the stupid shit they say? That's what they always do. Hollywood's been doing this shit for fucking years. Their movies are all made up. None of that shit's fucking real. That's why they make fun of you. Exactly. And that's what they fucking do. They ridicule you, they make fun of you, and they're just like, ha ha ha, you're fucking stupid because you believe our bullshit. Exactly.
So easy.
And sometimes they're upfront with it. When they talk about flat Earth, that they always bring it up in their movies every now and again. They basically tell you the Earth is flat. The Earth has a firmament. They tell you this shit. But normal human beings are literally fucking brainwashed, stupid fucking morons. They all believe.
I've got a new algorithm for you.
They all believe that they're just poking fun. Oh, they're just making fun because it's not real. What you're watching. They can bluntly tell you the fucking truth. The President of the United States, Trump, can literally say, yes, God exists. Jesus is your savior. He's the fucking Messiah. And we're not joking. This shit's honestly 100% real. They can show the evidence of it and everything. The government will lose all their fucking power if you knew God exists. And then people would sit there and be like, but some people wouldn't believe it at all. People believe that aliens exist. Aliens are fucking complete stupidness. They don't actually exist. There's proof that the Greys are literally just fucking demons. Literally demons. They talk about it in the fucking Bible too. And when people investigate these, you know, aliens, they investigate them fucking taking people and that. They all talk about, you know, new technology, new intelligence. And people say, well, they're aliens. They know more than us. Who knows more than us? Angels, demons, they know way more than us. Of course they're going to say that shit. Yeah, of course they're gonna know more than us because they've been around for whatever time limit they might have been around for eternity. Duh. Humans that research stuff, they might know a little bit, and they might, you know, figure out, you know, God's plan and God's will, what God wants to make. The more intelligent you get, the more you go and see, wow, Jesus was right. But the less intelligence that you have, the less wisdom that you have, you're like, oh, people are fucking stupid. Yeah. You can't deny it. I'm getting to that point in my life, my wisdom's getting so high, I look at people that are just fucking really dumb, that you lack so much knowledge. You are literally just fucking stupid. You know very little about real life. You know very little about life itself. And you sit there and you try to claim that you're intelligent, which makes, well, little sense. I tell people I work and I say, I don't talk the way I talk because you guys will not comprehend it because you're that fucking stupid. And like, you guys are really fucking dumb. I can't act like my actual self. I have to act like a fucking dumbass just like you do. And I actually said that to them. I said, I'm more sophisticated than you guys are when it comes down to intelligence. You guys could not grasp because you guys don't know what I know. You don't know the experiences and the stuff that I research and shit. You just don't know. And I'm just like, you couldn't comprehend it. Because you wouldn't have the intelligence to comprehend it. And they get mad at me because they want to claim this. Yeah, that's what unintelligent people do. They get angry and frustrated because that's how I was too. When you don't fucking know shit, because it bothers your brain because you live such a simple fucking life.
Yeah, someone's about to get killed for this bullshit in the forest. Well, right.
Your life is so simple that to really grasp the actual truth would fucking blow your fucking mind. And you would live a brief moment and say, I can't believe I believe this stupid fucking shit that these dumb fucking people tell me. Yeah. You're right. When I found out the truth about Christ and fully actually starting to understand him more and more, I looked at it as what?
I bet you got big feelings.
I can't believe how fucking dumb I was. And there you go. Yeah, I got those bullshit. Yeah, this is gonna send me in a way that's not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna seem weird. That's gonna be a pain in the ass, dude. This fucking one sucks so much fucking dick. I fucking hate this gathering quest because it makes you wanna like you have to throw shit and drive over crap with bikes and that and try to catch and all this bullshit. That's it. I'm still gonna gain good experience off this. That's what's matter. Okay. Nice. But anyway, like once you start to learn stuff that you can't unlearn things unless you learn the actual truth about things. And once you know the truth about things, it's really fucking hard to go back to being the way that you used to be. Yeah, you know, fuck this quest. This quest is taking way too fucking damn long, and I fucking hate it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Yeah, that's just fucking stupid. It's driving me absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah. That's why I like the fade feels. Everything's so much flatter and shit. This shit's just all over the fucking damn place, and it's really annoying. Maybe because I know where everything's at. But anyway. But yeah, I just try to tell people the truth in that, and like they don't, they never agree. I said there's plenty of people around me that are actually smart, and I try to tell people that it's like, you know, it's like, is that because of my age? Is the reason why I know things? But knowing the knowledge that I know in general throughout just like simple investigations and research and that throughout all the years of me living, I came up to like many conclusions, and like most of the conclusions I came down to, like, you know, developing is just pretty simple facts go a long fucking way. Just seeing something and conversating with it and be like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. It goes a huge fucking way. Just simple observing. Like, you want to learn why people do things, and all of a sudden you're just like, okay. And then you learn it, you're like, oh shit. People do these things, why? Why they bought it? It's like, why are people trying to hurt themselves and be stupid and shit? And the funny thing is, once you learn it, and you realize the actual truth, and there's a lot of research that bases upon it, just to say, like, you know, it's like, for instance, like when you learn about like psychology and that, for instance, psychology kind of teaches you evidence matters a lot. You know, science teaches you evidence matters a lot. But people can make up evidence, and people fucking do. They make up evidence all the damn time. That's why they call them what are they called? Fuck, I can't remember what the fuck the word is. It's based upon math, like discovery, basically. They make up a bunch of fucking math. They use numbers as a reality check, and like that makes no sense because that's fucking stupid. Because, like, numbers don't mean reality.
Ready
Well,
to see
everything's
the
all in
unseen?
ones and zeros and shit. And the digital world, yeah, that's the digital world, bro. That's not the real fucking world.
I am so competent at this.
It's like trying to explain love, for instance. Love itself is literally God. That's love. That's it. If you would say, well, how do you explain that? It's because it's a feeling that you get when you intertwine with someone. You could say that you love something. You could use love as a powerful word, but the feeling you get when you're in love is very unexplainable.
So effective.
It's like, let me explain it like this. This is, so, our spirits like to intertwine with other spirits, because that's how normally humans work. Humans are very intertwinable. We like to be part of a group. We like being with people. We like to conversate with other humans, to talk about other humans. It's just how we always will be. But when you fall in love, just to say, what's that feeling that you always seem to get when you're in love? You get a feeling of togetherness. So, okay. So what happens when you get two spirits that, you know, are falling for each other?
Oh, you wanted a painful death?
We call it merging. So,
I love it.
so a lot of people look at love as, okay, two spirits colliding to become one with what? One with God. Okay, well, if God is love and two people are merging and God says, you know, become one with me, they fall in love, they have kids and that, and then also, you know, they understand love. Like, oh, love is a merging of two people that are in complete solitude with each other. They trust each other, absolutely. They would never harm each other. They would live together. People say it's survival tactics, because feminists say that shit. Well, girls, the women are with men, and that because men have to work it. No, a man's, because of their genetic detail, they're stronger and they can work longer and harder because they don't have to worry about periods. They don't have to worry about taking care of kids. Women are more nurturing than men. Men are not as nurturing as women when it comes down to certain things.
Yeah.
Men are supposed to be able to take the blunt force of, like, the world. That's why men were made the way they are. That's why emotional men are not that attractive with women. Women despise emotional men. They're looking at it like you're a fucking pussy. And they're like, why are you being like me? Exactly. And then when women try to be masculine men like myself, look at them like they're fucking retarded. And they make no fucking sense. Because they're not built that way. You could discipline yourself to do it, but you don't have the hormones, naturally have the hormones to be a full-on fucking man. That's it. That's literally it. That's all it is. And people get upset about it. It's like anything could happen, yes. But you're never going to be the fulfillment. So like with me and that, I get guys that look up to me at work and that. Why? Because I lift weights. I got gigantic fucking muscles and shit, you know. Compared to them, I'm rather fucking, you know, large in that to a certain extent. But am I really? Not really. Like most of these guys can lift weights for maybe over like a year or
Thought
so.
you
They can
had a
get just as
chance.
big as me. And they could. They choose not to because they're fucking lazy. They don't want to do anything but smoke weed and play video games all day, which is basically who I work with. Yeah, we call them people lazy sloths. You know, that's what sloths do. Sloths are very lazy. They don't want to move around a lot. And you can tell they don't want to move around a lot because you look at the frame of these people. You know, they're scrawny looking. Whatever muscle they built up, it's just throughout the years of just living. But you can tell by their physique and that they don't do nothing. You ask them about lifting weights, oh, wow, fuck, I haven't done anything in years. I'm like, yeah. And then one of the guys, because we talk about lifting weights and that he said today and that because we're actually getting along with. He has anger issues. That's because he doesn't do nothing. He doesn't supply himself with reality. Like as a kid, and that you can live in a fictional reality for a little bit, but as an adult, you have to be part of normal reality. It's just how it works. And he was like, "It's like I think about start joining the gym and that." And I said, "Don't work out with me, bro, because you won't survive it. You will not survive my workouts. You would sit there and be like in pain for the bulk of the time. It's not because I take supplements and that supplements do help out. It's because I only work out maybe like once or twice a week. I don't work out that much. I need to move around a little bit. It's so fucking early right now. Getting my pre-workout in me. I think I might hit the gym today because it's just way too damn early. And I went to bed at like 4 o'clock. I got off work at 1, and I didn't leave there till like almost 2. So I got home at like 2:15. I took a shower and that, so it was probably around about 3 o'clock when I went to bed. I only slept for like 6.5 hours. So I was up from like probably like 3:30 to like 6:45, I guess. Something like that. No, I gotta look at. Yeah. I woke up at like 6:45. I thought it was like the next. Yeah, it's only 8:40. I only did like a 3-hour fucking nap, and I feel actually pretty good. I need to start loading up on carbs and protein and that. The biggest reason why I'm actually sleeping a little bit better than that. So I've been taking cold showers, and I'll tell you what, they work so good. Cool down your body temperature to a certain amount. It actually causes you to go into a sleep stasis. And when your body's chilled out and get your heart rate to kind of not really go down a lot, but you chill out your blood a little bit, and you go to bed, oh, it's perfect. Like people say, oh, take hot, warm, relaxing showers and that. Ah, yeah, when you're cold, yeah, but when you chill out your body and that, and you want to sleep, like it's so good, especially during summertime. Like it's summertime right now, like it's like 70, 80, 90 degrees outside sometimes, and I'll be inflamed because of work and that, just from being up, moving around and shit. Just say inflammation's always the biggest thing. Your body collects a lot of fucking water. That's why for some people that they drink stuff that makes them dehydrated, and they smoke vape that makes them dehydrate. They smoke weed and cigarettes, and it dehydrates their mind. It really sucks all the moisture out of you because you're sucking in dry, semi-moist air because your saliva, and every time it hits your throat or whatever, it dries it up. It really like your body like sucks it in and it like slowly dries out your throat and that. Sure, people have coughing and gagging issues and that when they smoke a lot of vapes and that. And it's happening at work and that. Like one of the guys I told him, I was like, vapes dehydrate you. And the dude, like a fucking idiot that he is, cool dude, but he's not that fucking intelligent. He's rather fucking dumb. He claims that he's intelligent because he knows a lot of bullshit. You can know a lot of stupid shit, but doesn't mean that you're intelligent. You just know a lot of stupid shit. Your intelligence is dumb fuck. And like I said, smoking vapes dehydrates you. It's the reason why you get cotton mouth a lot, and your body's getting dehydrated, and your brain doesn't function when your water template gets too low. And the thing of dehydration, it's not just drinking water that's gonna get rid of it. Like when you drink a lot of caffeine, just to say, they tell you to drink only so much caffeine with so much water. I say it was like every 100 milligrams of caffeine, you're supposed to drink 20 ounces of water with it, or 20 to 30 ounces of water with it. And that's including the coffee water, too. So if you get 8 ounces of coffee, you're supposed to drink additional, say, 20 ounces of water with that coffee, just because your body will dehydrate. Like when I take my pre-workouts and that, I always get at least 30 something, ounces of water, and I drink it slowly, because if I drink it all at once, it might hit me all at once to a certain extent. But I'd rather do it slowly now, so I get a little bit each time, so my body can regulate a little bit better, because then my stomach won't be so fucking like hasty. And I had like a little bit of orange juice when I woke up this morning, because I have a little bit of orange juice on the side of my fucking, on my table and that. It's warm, but I'd rather drink warm. Because cold stuff fucks with me a little bit. But yeah, it just blew my mind. I try to explain to him that I told him about that, because I said I used to do it, so I know how it feels. I experimented with vaping, and it dehydrated me and made me get brain fog and that. Like I was zoning out because I was dehydrated. And the dude said, "Well, it doesn't happen to me." Like, okay, superhero man, like you're retarded, bro. It does it. It's been proven that it does it. Like, what the fuck do people not understand? Research. Like, if you do it and you experience with it, and you explain to people that you done it, and they think, no, it doesn't happen to me. Like, what do you mean? Like, it happens to everybody. That's how it works. Like when I look at this dude and that, this dude is like such a fucking like a child. He's cool as fuck, but he's such a child because he complains about almost everything at work, and it's so funny though because he'll be sitting there like working in that. He's cool as fuck. But just because he's a cool person to talk to and like mingle with, doesn't mean he has good work ethics. Because he don't. His work ethics is kind of fucking low. It sounds like this person never really worked that much in his life. And we try to explain that, and like people are starting to catch on to that. And I always want to talk about this because I hate fucking liars. Because this dude literally he kind of makes up stuff in that. And I despise liars 100%. I try to throw out liars, say, you're just fucking full of shit. Yeah, make no sense. So let me explain why I say this towards this person. Now, I said this person's not a bad person, but a liar's still a fucking liar. It doesn't matter how good of a person that you are. Truth stands heavenly. God is all about truth, and God knows that you're lying and making up shit. So it doesn't matter. You can say all the lies you want. At the end of the day, God's going to tell you why you lie so much, and you're going to be, you're going to shit your fucking pants because you're going to be in the presence of something so powerful that you're literally going to sit there and be like, you're going to have to tell the truth. And the angel's probably going to sit there and be like, well, we already know, but it's like we want to hear it. Why would you do that? We want to know why, And like, you're going to shit your spiritual pants, basically. But the way God is, God's very just, and God's going to look at you for a child that you are. And he's going to know why that you did, but he wants you to tell him. That's why you confess your sins. You confess your sins by telling the truth. See how it worked? If you tell the truth about yourself, you're confessing your own sins to other people. And as Jesus says, when you confess your sins to other people, that's how you more or less likely start to repent. Because it's all about talking about your sins. You have to talk about them. That's how you learn from them. People that hide their truth never actually learn. They don't do anything that passes that because they're too scared to admit to it. It's just say like with me in that. When I start confessing my sins and I start talking, say on my stream and that, I start, talking to people about it like here and there. And I start praying and start communicating with Christ about it. It changed because the resemblance of like life itself started to become so like, I don't know if I'm even using the words right, but I start getting reveals of like what life actually is, and I start seeing the temptations of other humans, stuff that I don't do. And I start looking at them. I was like, why do you do those things? Question why is a very important question. You ask why all the time about everything, even when you're a baby or when you're a kid. Why? You know, like that one thing. Why? Why? Why do we say why probably more as a question than anything else in the world? Because we want to understand what's really going on. So why does this person lie? I have no idea. Maybe because they have lack of confidence and they don't see themselves being as powerful in their real world as they do inside their mind. Which is the reason why we have a lot of fake-minded people out there that play video games. They think they're superheroes and that, and in real life they're actually fucking losers. And like I say that from a perspective because they don't realize who they are. So when I play video games that now, I know that they're fake. And I know it's not real life. I know it's all bullshit. I do for fun. But as of right now, like I lift weights and that, I know how strong I actually am. When I look at someone, I say, some people actually will admit to it. Some people never admit to it. So when going back to that guy and that, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. When he first he explained his situation that he said, at the other job I was working at, I never got that many hours. I only got maybe about 25 to 30 hours a week. I'm like, okay, that's like average at these places. And I said, okay. And then like, well, I was like, why do you think you got that? Instantly, he started blaming other things on it. And I'm like, okay, if you're starting to blame other people on it, that just means that you don't blame yourself for nothing and that you don't make mistakes because you act like a fucking child. I said, life doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to say, if you work hard and people rely on you, you're gonna make fucking money. If you don't work hard because you're fucking a bitch, then you're gonna sit there and not make money. People don't use the fallacy of like, oh, it's because this and this and this. No, you don't get hours because you don't want to fucking work. That means that you're more naturally a fucking disaster for that company than you are a fucking miracle. So they're gonna look at you as we're gonna give you just a good amount of hours to keep you here because you're a fucking body and you at least do something. Like with me in that, I get all the hours I fucking want. On my days off, I can literally walk up to work with my uniform on and say, "Hey, I'm clocking in," and they'll immediately decide who the fuck can probably send home early sometimes because they know I'm gonna work. And then people might get mad because I'm there. I've done it before. One day I came up there on Sunday. I called the little hot manager girl that I have a little thing for, I guess. We don't really like do anything, but I'm just saying like we know that we're attracted to each other. That's pretty much it. Because I don't like getting into work fucking relationships because it never fucking works out. It's just we like working with each other, basically. I go up there. I literally texted her. I said, "Hey, do you need any help in that?" And she says, "Yeah, you can come in." I came in. They weren't even that busy. I got a 4-hour shift just because I fucking work better than everybody else. And so I got more hours. And I just say, I try to explain to people, I was like, well, I don't make enough money because you don't do nothing. You don't work, motherfuckers. Like, you guys literally sit there and just complain about your job so much. You know how hard it is to work with someone that's fucking bitching about their fucking job 24/7? And it's just like, if you complain about things that might happen at your job, like an employee that's being stupid and funny and that, you're all like, oh my god, he's an asshole and that, yeah, well, we're becoming a family, that's how it is with work. You have two separate families. You have your work family and then you have your normal family. It's just how it always is. So like, and I try, I'm just like, dude, and so we'll go back to why this guy got the hours that he got and why he has said the things that he said. So basically, he told me, he's like, the reason why I didn't get the hours out of it was because I'm a shitty fucking worker, which is what it was. It was because this dude was sitting there. He was in a relationship with someone else that his boss knew. They were like best friends. And he said that the one that was his manager, got jealous because he was with her. I'm like, no offense, dude, no one's jealous of you being with anyone because you're not really that attractive. You're average as fuck. So don't say that, that's the reason why. And then what happened? The same thing that happened here. Dude works 25 to 30 hours a week because he doesn't fucking want to work. So it blew my mind. I'm like, dude, you're a full-on lying piece of shit. Because you're getting the same fucking hours that you're getting at your other job as you're getting here. So you're telling me that's complete bullshit. Because I work with you, and you're starting to work better, but why do you work the way you work? Well, go back to me being rather intelligent, because I claim to be, evidently, and going down my psychological research, and you look at how like King Solomon talks about fools and wicked people, why they do the things they do, which is these type of people. A fool makes fucking excuses up because they don't want to talk about their own personal mistakes. They don't want to say, hey, it's my fault. The reason why I'm fucking lazy because I'm a lazy fucking dude anyway. They'll never say that. No one's never going to fucking say that. Oh, there it goes. Fart number 1. Ooh, man, that was a big one. There it goes. Another one. Woo! That's why I like taking a pre-workout in the morning, walk around. Get the blood going. And then take my first shit of the day. Anyway, so when you look at the actual truth of it, truth of anything, you can start seeing it. And you start seeing that they're lying. They say a bunch of bullshit. And people try to believe it. I'm like, dude, he's lying. He makes no sense at all. When you call it out, they know that they're fucking lying. Because inside, people know that they're not good at work. They know they don't want to work. And then when you ask the question, say, do you actually want to be here? They say no. And I asked that question. He's like, no, man, I'd rather be at home playing video games than have to be at work. I'm like, how do you make money then? Well, I like it because I make money now, but I don't want to be here. Like, you really don't make sense. How about you just say, yeah, I enjoy being here now, but when I get home, I'll play video games. You say, I don't want to be here at all. So you already put a negative influence on your job. And then you complain about your job. And listen to this. So they're laughing my ass off. Because I have to be the fucking man of the... I have to be the masculine man of these like little turds of men that I have to work with. And they cry about working 5 to 6 fucking hours. And they sit there and half the time they're like wandering around on their fucking phones and shit. And if they do work, it's just because they have to work that they cry about it. And I'm sitting there like, you are such a fucking pussy. And you claim to be all stuck up and act like you're all strong in that. And then when you see my big ass come in with my fucking like 14.5-inch fucking arms, and you're sitting there like, that's a real man. And you see how I work, and you want to implicate that, but you can't implicate. It's not because I'm strong why this is happening. Yes, it could be because I'm disciplined. It's because I don't look at life from your perspective. I look at life that I know I have to work because it's a fucking reality. I know I have to make money because it's a reality. I say I might as well enjoy my job, enjoy the money that I make, than to sit there and say I don't enjoy it, but I want to reap the benefits from it. I want to reap the benefits of making money, but I don't want to enjoy my job. I say there's other places that are harder to work that get paid probably almost the same amount. The only reason why this job's hard is it's tedious because we do a lot of orders sometimes. But that's your job. If you say you get paid sitting on your ass, no job comes without hard work. Doesn't matter if it's social media or getting fucked in your ass like a porn star. Guess what? You still gotta get your ass fit for all that fucking dick you're taking as a woman on being a porn star. It takes hours to do. And scenes. You're taking scenes that can take hours and hours to do. Guess what? Getting fucked by a gigantic dick dude for hours. you ain't gonna have a pussy left. They got like crews back there, medical crews back there that do all these things and to make sure that you don't basically fucking die from getting your shit torn in half by fucking John Holmes, a 13.5 fucking inch dick. Think about it, guys. It all retains hard work. Yes. You could say that it's kind of easy to a certain extent because you don't have to learn nothing. All you do is spread your legs and get fucked and maybe do treatments and shit. Yeah, of course. In that sense, it's easy. But you still have to work hard for your money with whatever you do. Like, why do people become porn stars? Because they just love sex. Like, fuck all the damn time. And so that's what they do. Just like I love being in customer service. I love talking to people, which is why I have a stream. I talk all the damn time. Talk about whatever's on my mind. So I do the things I enjoy, but I know that I have to work, so I do enjoy my work. I make fun of people all day. I'm talking about stupid shit. I do one-liners. I just try to be funny all day. It happened the other day. I work on other people's personalities and that. So if some person's all down, that I make fun of them for being, all sad and that. It's like, what? It's like, why are you so sad? But why don't you actually smile? Easy. Like, move your face, like, smile and that. And the person, like, refuses to be happy and finally starts to be happy and that. And then he starts talking more. He starts communicating more. He starts talking about himself more. He starts talking about, music and all stuff. And he starts putting up a friendship with people and that. I'm like, you're not alone in this. This is what people try to do. This is the reality that Satan wants you to think, that you are alone. How the fuck are you alone with billions of humans in the world? Literally, think about that. All the people that you meet, from working or from going out to eat or just walking around that, all the people that you meet that say hi to you, that's someone that wants to at least say hi to you. They notify you. I said the people that don't want to interact with people are the reason why they're lonely. You hate interacting with people. Well, you gotta learn how to interact with people. But I'm scared. Scared of what? You're scared of rejection. Yeah. Not everyone's gonna fucking like you. I said a lot of people hate my ass. They may not hate me altogether, but they hate the way I think. They don't like the way I think. And then I get other people that compliment me and say, the reason why I like you is because you're bold and you speak the truth. That's it. So it's not everybody. Some people think it's jealousy. Like, how can you be so confident in this world? Because the shit's easy. You live an easy-ass life. The only reason why your life's hard because you don't want to do anything with it. You choose to do the bare fucking minimum. For that, you get the bare minimum out of life. That's that simple. What you put in is what you get out of it. If you put in very little effort, and you expect big effort out of it, you're not going to get it. It's never going to happen. It's just not how it works. It never works like that. Like, if you don't lift weights, you're never going to get big muscles. And if you do lift weights, if you don't recover good enough, your muscles will never grow. Recovery is the best thing for muscles, period. I see people go to the gym all the damn time, and they never get bigger. They look the fucking same. Literally, the same. Every damn time. These people just, like, they lift so fucking much. Their muscles might grow a little bit. And sometimes they never lift hard enough. And they sit there and they want to, look at me, look at my body now. I see this like super skinny guy. He's a little buff in that, and he was sitting there like he took off his shirt and that. And he was like doing poses in the mirror and that. And he's got a good body in that. He's really skinny. He got a little six pack in that. He's starting to bulk up in that. And like, and I looked at him and I was like, yeah, you look like you got a good body on you. You look very toned in that. You probably do a lot of cardio in that. The thing it is, chance of him getting really fucking big, say like me, being over 200 fucking pounds in that, it's going to be very likely because he's going to have to gain some type of fat. He might get a little bit buff in that, especially if he's taking all the fat burning peptides and shit that people talk about. I'm trying to get into that, but I haven't bought them yet. Because I'm into just recovery peptides right now, because I'm just trying to bulk up in that. But a lot of people think these fat burning peptides, they take it every day. It helps you regulate, your fat. And it evidently works really well because the peptide I'm taking, it's called the Warfarin. It's a tripeptide. It works really good. Slowly, yeah. It slowly helps me recover faster. Talking about that, I got like barely any of this shit left. Yeah, a little bit left. And it works. But I have to spend money on it. And it does cost. It's like $260 a month. But to me, I can do it because I don't spend a lot of money. So I say I might as well spend money on something. Most money I spend on is just like buying energy drinks and just going out to eat. I barely go out to eat anymore because it's coming to be too expensive. That I choose not to do it. But anyway, so like, yeah, I'm focusing on these little things, and it makes me happy now. That's what I do. That's what I try to tell these kids, and I'm like, you guys need to go to the gym and just lift weights and that. Like, stop buying weed, stop buying alcohol, go to the gym, lift weights. You're gonna feel a lot fucking better. Interact with people and that. And I even to say, like, if you want to work out with me, that you can work out with me. But the problem with it is, you're gonna have to work out. Not like I do this pussyfoot thing. All my muscles hurt a little bit. I'm gonna stop. No, you're gonna work out, and then I want you to take a whole week off, not doing shit. All I want you to do is eat food and just recover. The only reason why I say take a whole week off on that is because if you're doing like full body stuff like that, that's potentially what I like to do. I do my back, I do my chest, I do my shoulders, I do my arms, and then I'll hit a leg. Like I did calves the other day. My calves are getting more leaner and getting a little bit bigger. Now I'm gonna probably do like leg presses today, or whatever, which day I'm gonna be doing. I have to see. Because today's truck day right now, so. But yeah, I could do, the Mike Mentzer fucking exercise where I do just one really long, heavy fucking set. Not heavy in weight, but like heavy in like muscle tears and that. To where I try to take a little bit of a fucking like break, but still have tension on muscle so my blood flow can get in. And then all of a sudden, I go from there. And it works. But the reason why I always talk about these things on my stream, that I bring up Jesus, I bring up King Solomon, I bring up the truth of what is actually going out there in this world. Just like I started on my stream, there's a lot of fake shit out there, and there's a lot of people out there that want you to think that they're like rich and think that it's real and that, and people fall for it. I said the reason why they're rich is because you fall for it. Ain't no different than news media. Why I don't watch the news at all. I don't watch the news at all. People watch the news every single day because they want to be brainwashed. Because without the news, without some type of like visualization of the outside world, you see with your own fucking eyes, that they want to think these ways. Like people say, oh, people are getting murdered all the time and that around this area and that, and people are getting killed and like people are getting raped and that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I tell these people, I've walked these streets for 20 fucking years where I live at. I never see any of this shit that you're talking about. Never. I walk the streets for hours and hours a day. I said the percentage is so fucking low. And the only reason why a lot of these things happen because people want to interact with stupid fucking people. And then they get the thing going down to. So if you don't interact with bad people, bad stuff doesn't happen to you. Because they can't have aggression towards something they don't fucking know of. You guys these people make up the stupidest fucking superstitious shit. Like one of the girls, for instance, that I talk about, God bless these people's souls, and I hope they find Christ. I hope they find their way to heaven, through Jesus. I hope they find their way. When I interact with them, and they say like really stupid statistics in that. I say statistics are based upon what people actually see. And statistics are only a small margin of groups of people. They're not absolute. They go by a big ass percentage of evidence that they get. So if you look at the rape percentages of like your area, it's probably extremely low. But you gotta look at why that person got raped, that woman. You gotta look at what they were dealing with. Oh, so the woman was drunk at a fucking club. Some dude roofied her and then raped her. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be drunk at a fucking club so you wouldn't get roofied and fucking raped. Is it that fucking hard to realize that shit? Maybe you should not go down the path of sin so that you wouldn't have to deal with more sin. Like, it's that fucking obvious. God gives us a straight path to follow. If you follow that, nothing will happen to you because you won't interact with that. Like, someone gets mad at me at work today, which never really fucking happens that much. Sometimes it does. I just interact with them as, like, I don't care. Get angry. But other people that, there's so many scenarios that happen at work and that I'm never there to fucking see. I just hear about it through them, and everybody talks about it, so I have to believe it. So like this one dude came in, and this dude, he's a homeless dude. He came in all the time. He would get a drink. He maybe get like a taco or something like that, or get like a burrito, and then he would eat in that. He would sit there for a little bit, and then he'd be on his way. Well, one day he came in. He had a tumbler with him. Yeah, back to town.
You're not here for a date, are you?
Oh look, a legendary. Sorry about that. My mic went out a little bit. Rage. Oh, that's the one I got before. Anyway, so what I was saying is, so like one of the things, that happened at work probably like, fuck, I think it was like 6 or 7 months ago. Some homeless guy came in, and I seen him all the time. What I was talking about how people interact with people and that, because they interact with people with heavy negativeness to them, and people act negative back. That's how it always works. You act positive towards someone, people they can't fight against it as much. And so this person always tells me. She said something the other day. She says we were talking about Circle K. They said when people steal something, you have to confront them and say, please, like, put that back, stop stealing, leave my store. And she said, our policies at our job and that, we don't interact with people that steal. I'm like, yeah, why? You guys are fucking shit. Let them fucking steal. They're gonna steal anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can call the cops and that and get them arrested for theft. But most people that steal are fucking homeless people anyway. So what they do? They go to fucking prison. They're homeless. They want to go to jail because they get fed food and they get somewhat of a clean area to take a dump in. That's just how it works. So anyway, so like the guy came in. I see him multiple times. He had a jug. He had a tumbler on him. Like I said, what they call it, a big plastic jug, and he was filling up with fucking soda. She noticed that, and like she started to confrontate with him. And it's always the same women. And I always tell them, you guys, I want to say, you guys like to confrontate with men so much that blows my mind. You confrontate with everyone. I'm like, how about you stop doing that? It's like, well, they should be doing something. I say, look at this. You're 110 fucking pounds. Okay? What would happen if someone jumped over that counter and started beating your fucking ass? Do you think that you'll survive? A dude, any fucking average looking dude, that's gonna pile drive your ass to the ground and probably fucking smash your face in. You don't look at reality for what reality is because you're fucking stupid. Because you think you're invincible because you can complain and yell and fucking scream. I said, maybe you should have shut your fucking mouth and stop being fucking stupid. Interact with people with respect. Because you don't know that they might fucking throw down because you're being a bitch. Most people don't do anything because they don't want to be arrested. More or less like most people are never that mean to begin with. But it only takes one fucking person to get mad at you. That's going to tell you, be like, I don't give a fuck. Throw me in jail. And you're going to be permanently fucking tormented probably the rest of your life because you are a pussy superstitious person. So maybe you shouldn't act like that. And then, behold, stuff fucking happens. They get traumatized and they sit there and they're like afraid even more of life, of everything. I say, yeah, that's what happens when you have a fucking attitude. You yell your fucking mouth and say a bunch of stupid shit, but you can't back it up. Yeah, that's what we call a pussy, a coward. It's okay to talk about people in a sense of like, oh, something happened. But when you're conversating with that person directly and you're literally just yelling at them or being very ignorant towards them because your fifis get fucking hurt, yeah, of course people are going to retaliate towards you. People don't need to be nice to you if you're being a bitch towards them. What reality do you live in that people should respect you when you disrespect them up front? That's how these sisters are. They literally demand respect. For what? Who the fuck are you to respect? Think about it. It's like you think you have a high royalty count. No. You guys are all a bunch of trailer trash fucking people that claim you want to have dominance over what? Nothing? You have nothing. You're all broke ass fucking drunk weed pill popping people. You have nothing. So you can't claim shit. So stop acting you're high and mighty because you're not. Just because you know some person on the internet that wants to stick a fucking dick down your throat says, wow, you're really hot. You're a goddess. You're like, I'm a goddess. It's so hot. But when you see other hot girls that are way more attractive than you, guess what you do? You get jealous because inside your mind, you think you should be the hottest one. But reality snaps in because your eyes know the truth. And when you see a chick that's bustier than you and has everything more than you, you get what? Jealous. You start fucking hating on them. And they're like, why are you hating on me? Because your boobs are bigger than mine. You're like, oh, that's some childish ass fucking teenage shit. Always try to bring this stuff up. I have nothing against these people. I don't mind talking to them, but as a researcher, especially as a truth seeker, it doesn't matter if I like you or not. The truth is the truth. They can get mad, don't give a fuck, until you realize that you're a fucking moron, then maybe you should sit down and actually learn from someone that has more intelligence than you. Stupid people hate fucking learning. That's why they stay dumb for their whole entire lives. They refuse. What's the sin that refuses stuff? Pride. Pride refuses to get intelligent. Pride refuses to get skinny. Pride refuses to stop being materialistic. Pride refuses to stop being lazy. Pride is what initiates all the other sins and keeps you locked in because you refuse the truth of your sin. That's why people have problems in this world, because they're so prideful and they think they're so high, so fucking ignorant towards the actual reality that God actually made for us. That's why I research the Bible. That's why I believe in Jesus. That's why I know the fucking truth, because it's right in front of you. These people are tempted by the devil so much they don't even realize. And the devil literally speaks of it. He literally tells us this shit. He told Job about it. And Job, he told Job, he told God. They have councils constantly in heaven with Satan and all the demons, with the fallen angels. They have counsel how they're going to direct humans. They talk about this shit before it even hits us. It could be 100 years down the road. They talk about this shit. It constantly gets hurt. It's constantly in console. You act like the devil doesn't know what the fuck's going on and that God doesn't know what the devil's doing. Of course he does. But we keep on looking at it from these stupid fucking perspectives. And like it's getting to the point where I'm like really tired of really fucking dumbass people. Maybe because I'm intelligent, because I actually want to know the fucking truth. But when I see people that don't want to know the truth, it blows my mind to the high heavens, to God's throne of the absolute power, absolute truth, absolute holiness, absolute of everything. It brings me to the point of like, I don't hate these people. It brings me to the point I'm sad that they're just so ignorant and they never fucking learn. They never fucking learn. Because they refuse it. And one that refuses discipline is a fool. For that they don't want to learn. They choose not to. They think of mistakes as as something that just happens, but they have no consequences to it. And you look at people in real life. I work with these people. And some days I just think, if I can work alone, not be with people like this, I'd be happier. Because they're just so dumb. And like when you get in conversations with them and you try to make it is to try to speak the full on fucking truth, and some people react to it in a different way than others. Some people get mad at it. I said, why do you get mad at the truth? That's who you are. And they're like, well, it doesn't mean you have to say it. What, so you don't want the truth? So you want fictional reality now? You want to go on your game and that and thinking that you're a superhero? Well, you want to believe that you're a superhero. But you're not. Fly. Be God. Create something by speaking it. Well, I can't do that because that's your reality. That's the main problem we have with a lot of like millennials and especially Gen Z people. They're so into a world that's digital and they never want to be confrontational in the real world. They'll be confrontational in the digital world and they'll be able to win because it's digital. They play a character that's strong as fuck, but them themselves is weak. And when they go out to the real world, they live like their avatars online. They want to think that they're super strong in that or think that they're super intelligent, but they're not. And then when they conversate with people, say like me, that actually are rather intelligent and rather strong for a human being, they don't want to confrontate with actual reality. They'll confrontate with you, but they don't want to actually know how to get better in the actual reality. They just go back to their bullshit reality. Well, once I get home from work, I'm just gonna play my, you know, a lot of people play Marvel Rivals and the superhero thing, and they believe they're superheroes and shit. Like, and when you look at them, that they like, and you tell them, like, one of the ladies say, you got main character syndrome. It's a new thing I made up, and that's called main character syndrome, which means that you believe that everything evolves around you, but it doesn't. And these people actually believe that. You're like, yeah, everything does. Like, no, it doesn't. Nothing evolves around you. Because you're not important enough for anything to evolve around you. Because you don't do nothing.
Borrow your socks.
Like, to God, you're important. But to other mortals, no, how can you be important? Like, I can love you, but it doesn't mean you're doing anything that's important. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't do it. You're not putting any effort into life other than doing the bare minimum. And the bare minimum is basically sitting around all day doing absolutely nothing. And maybe going to work because you need money. And our jobs are easy. Is it annoying? Yeah, it is annoying. Doesn't mean it's hard. It just means it's annoying. It means you have to build up mental discipline. It's not physical discipline, it's a mental discipline. Try to explain that to people now. It's like, you guys complain about work all day long, and oh my god, there's another order coming in. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, if you work in this place for like 3 or 4 years, how have you not learned how to deal with these things? And you tell them that, and they look fucking stupid at you. I say, you're not developing anything new. You're not trying to make anything better. You just keep doing the same shit over and over again. Why aren't you better at this? Why aren't you complaining less about your job? As in, like, when you have to work. Like, we complain about things that happen at work, yes. Like, the work itself. And we complain about what people do in that because they don't do certain things. That's what we talk about that. And I'm bringing that up in that. I just learned as of today that the managers, the main managers that have been working there for a while, that they're all talking about rating people. They're like, how are we gonna rate people in that? Like compared to what they do in that, you know. And I already know I rate. I'm, basically they're the best employee they probably ever had in a long ass time. I'm just throwing it out front. It's just how it is. And I have my own mistakes in that, but overall, I maintain my stuff and I actually want to learn new things. I try to practice on doing stuff that's different. And so, like, I look at it from those perspectives and that. And then, so they were talking about what she was talking about with me. We were outside, and the Andrew's communicating with me about that. And I know I agree with her and what she says now. She's actually trying. I never say that she's not, but, like, she still just has an attitude that just embedded into her for, how she grew up in that. She's got that trash talk kind of like attitude. If people offend her in that, she kind of gets like, the way she talks now is always feels like she's aggressive. But truly, she's not. She's actually the opposite of aggressive. But anyway, so we're having a conversation about that, and you talk about, we had to talk about rating people, and that. It's like, sorry it took me so long on that. Like, why the fuck are you apologizing to me? Like, she was getting like, because she likes me, that. She's apologized to me, like, oh, I shouldn't. It took me so long to do that stuff, and I wanted to be online, all that stuff, and not beyond that, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, I mean, it's fine, whatever it is, I really need help. We weren't that busy, honestly, but whatever. And she's like rating people, what people need to do. We're like, we're trying to get people hired out to transfer out some other people and that. I say, yeah, I agree with you that. It's going to be really hard. And he said, we're trying to get more people. Actually, we need to focus on speed. I'm like, no, we don't. I need to focus on speed. I'm like, we don't. If we do have enough people, now, yeah, it does help out a little bit. But, like, when it comes down to that, speed is not anything that he needs to be focused on that much, because it's just because some people that work are just not fast. That's just how it is. And, yeah, we can get more people on there that are fast, obviously, yeah. Because I brought myself in, and I said, when I have, like, every time I have someone that's, like, equally, like, speed with me, or we have, like, a constant good speed, our orders get out really quick.
Maybe one day.
It's because some people don't know the menu too well.
Space elevator.
And, like, it's because, they just don't know. And, like, a lot of these people that, like, it took me, I say in the first, like, when I actually got on the line, I actually started to, like, get to know the combinations and that. It took me maybe, like, the first, like, month and a half to 2 months to really start learning the basics of everything and actually memorizing them, because I never was online that much. Once I got a hand of it after the first, like, month, because when I first started my job in that, I wasn't online barely at all. I was online maybe, like, a couple times a fucking week. But once I got into that, shut off like a fucking bullet. And I'm just like, okay, let's do this shit. Because I tell myself, if I'm not prepared for something, guess what? I'm not going to want to do it in full. I'm going to make mistakes. And constantly, I make mistakes. And then so I'm sitting there, and now, I memorize almost everything, and I put my speed into it. And now I'm one of the top, makers of the food, at my job in that, tops, one of the top starters. Not the best starter, so I do make mistakes, but I'm one of the better ones. Of everybody that they hired, supposedly. And
I'm more of a country boy, but
I do throw that out there, and people can just get mad or whatever. Like, well, it's not because I'm fast. It's actually not the truth. Some people might be a little bit faster than me when it comes down to certain things. It's just because I keep it up and I don't complain. I don't walk off the fucking line and do my pussyfoot fucking shit because my emotions fucking hurt. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I said, if I have to work, I focus on work. People are focusing on their personal life a little bit too much instead of their work life. I say you have to separate them a little bit. You have to know when to interact with them, when to not to interact with them. A lot of people interact with their work life as their personal life. It never works out because their personal life is always personalized and when you get home. If something does happen in that, it just makes you unfocused. Like, for instance, what happened the other day, now one of the guys was complaining about, relationship bullshit. And I said, why the fuck you worry about this shit? You're at work. Who gives a shit? And like, this person was literally, because the person wasn't getting a lot of fucking attention. I'm like, you act like a child. That's what children do. What about me? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't want to give you attention 24/7. Because I'm not in a relationship with you, so I shouldn't have to give you attention all the damn time. I'll say hi to you, but my main thing to do is come in and fucking work. Well, it's a gay guy working there. He wants me to give him attention to that because he has a little thing for me. I said, but I'm not gay. I said, it's like I'm not your boyfriend, bro. I'm not going to sit there and give you attention 24/7. Like, if you want to interact with me with video games then talk about video games now. Like, you're trying to interact with me by being kind of like semi-sexual, and I'm like, it's not going to work because I don't like you like that. It's not saying it goes too far. It never does because I don't care, about it enough to really, like, do anything because it never will because the person, knows the boundaries. I told him flat out. Like, if you want to flirt with me, flirt with me. But the thing of it is, if it goes too far, I'll just fucking tell you to fuck off. And you're going to get mad, get mad. I do not care. I'm like, you have to look at it from the perspective of just because you like me doesn't mean I like you the same way you like me. That's just how it is. And if you force that upon someone, they're going to fucking hate you for that. Be like, dude, back the fuck off. You're going to hate what I have to say. Stop fucking doing shit because you're going to fucking cry over it. And it's like, you're not going to want the truth out of it because you can't handle it because you're going to cry over it anyway. Because in your reality, you think that whatever you think is true. Actually, that's not how reality works. Whatever you think is not true because it's based upon actual facts and logic. So you can think of stuff and imaginate stuff. It doesn't mean it's going to come true. It doesn't. I imaginate fucking, the hottest girl in the world. Or whoever the fuck that is. Say, what's that one bitch, that has the good genes, or whatever it is. Her. I can imagine fucking her sexy, fat titty ass. Yeah, she got thick ass titties and then she's super fucking hot. Actually, I meet girls like that all the time. It's not just her, but, there's a lot of them out there anyway. Yeah, I can think of fucking those beautiful young women in that. They're fucking, 20, 25, and now they're super fucking attractive in that. Because women my age, they might be attractive in that, but downstairs they're not. I ain't gonna lie. Downstairs they're pretty fucked up, because it depends on how much sex they have. Anyway, I digress from that. Just fucking saying random shit. And so he was getting frustrated in that. I said, my God, bro. And I said, you're not alone. You just want attention. And he called it out. He's like, yeah, it's what I want attention. I'm like, dude. I said, you know how you get attention? Talk about shit. Like, you get offended because someone doesn't say hi to you? Like, so I came in, and this is how it started. So I came in. And as soon as I came in, one of the chicks that works, one of the crazy sisters, she's the younger one. She comes in, and she always announces that I come in. She's like, oh, he's here. I'm like, okay. It was very obvious. So I walk in the back corner, I look at the fucking thing and that, and then, so my manager guy's like, hi, says my name, says hi. And then, I was kind of smiling at it because I like attention. I get it anyway, so I might as well like it. So I was kind of like sparking and stuff and that because it was nice. He was very excited to see me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give out a little, I was naturally giving out a little bit of love and that, smiling that. And he said, well, why'd you not say hi to me and that? And the guy was sitting next to me was like, oh, he's smiling when you said it. And then he got all giggly. He's like, oh my God, he's smiling and stuff. And then the other girl did the same thing. Because they both think that I'm cute. So they both think I'm attractive. And they like that I smile and that. I said, yeah, that's the point. That's the point why I don't smile. Because if I smile too much, it's going to be too attractive. You're going to be all fucking obsessed with me. And I don't hate that. Don't be obsessed with people. Just because they're good looking. It was funny. I was watching The Caution Hero on fucking Crunchyroll. And the Caution Hero is like this really attractive, black-haired, like emo-looking, tall dude that's really lean and ripped and that. And like the goddess that summons this hero to the world that needs help with a demon lord has like massive fucking hots for him. Like she looks at him and she starts drooling and shit. And she's really hot too. She got big, huge, fat titties and very nice looking blonde and that. It's animation, so it doesn't matter. They all look good. And she's all like, oh my God, he's so dreamy. And then like, she gets a reality in her head that she thinks of like basically banging this dude throughout the whole entire fucking like episodes. Because he'll say something and he'll be like direct and she'll be in a fantasy world. She'll think of something and it's not the truth. He'll think, oh yeah, it's like, how can I believe you and all that stuff and that, you know, blah blah blah. And then like he'll say something that triggers her like her mind to believe that he wants to fuck her, but he doesn't. He's really just like, no. It's complete opposite. And he like kicks her out and starts training and shit. Yeah. Right there is an actual scenario in real life. Men want to work and work out and work and make money in that. Women really fantasize about fucking those hot ass dudes all day long. All day long they fantasize. You know, they'll fantasize them looking at them, they'll fantasize them banging in the fucking locker room or whatever it is. They fantasize it 24/7. And why do women do that? Because women are like that in general. That's what they do. And like when you understand that, especially if you are attractive and you do understand that's how most women tend to work at that, then you don't have to give them attention. They get their own attention by looking at you. They don't need any attention from you. If you say hi to them, that's all they fucking want. Because most of these people lack a lot of confidence, so they actually don't know how to respond to certain things, which is what makes it adorable to a certain extent. So as I was walking up in that, I was like washing my hands or whatever and that, and the guy that was the gay guy that was sitting there, my gay manager that was sitting there, like, you know, he got walked away and that, and then my the younger crazy sister was sitting there, and she was, you know, I kind of like smiled because they said something that, and she like looked with a smirk on her face, and I look at the gay guy like, oh, he smiled. I'm like, okay, I'm so fucking confused on what you guys talk about when I'm not here. So, yeah. Because one day I came in with my hat on, and that's the only thing I really did that was actually fucking different. And it looked like a huge fucking attraction ratio change. I always wear a fucking like a cap because, you know, I have dry skin on my scalp and that I hate wearing stuff that like shows off too much. I want to conceal it because I have dry skin. You know, it's just how I am right now. You know, I can't help it. I have to deal with this. So I try to be safe with it. So I always wear a cap that covers the bulk of my head. So I wear a hat and that, they see my long hair and that I have now. Completely different look on myself. So they look at me with all the long hair and that, they look at me from a different perspective. Because they never see that perspective from me. Not really that much. And so one of the gay guy complimented me basically, you know, saying that something. He's like, he asked me about, you know, I told him about getting a haircut, and I was like, oh, so I'll take a picture of it and send it to me, and that, like, because he wanted to know how I look, and that. Of course, she was joking, man. I'm like, well, I don't want to, don't stir that pot, but we're just talking shop, basically, just talking bullshit. And I was like, oh, what do you want me to do? You want me to pose for you and that? He's like, yeah, you can, you know, trying to joking with me, but honestly, inside his head, he's honestly like thinking about it, like, yeah, obviously you are. I was like, you guys live in a fantasy world, and like it blows my mind. So like, I don't live in that world anymore because I really don't fucking care. It's like, whatever, okay. But anyway, that's basically what's been happening. It's always something with me. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe because I am an attractive looking dude, I always get a lot of fucking stupid shit that happens to me. I deal with guys that want to look up to me. I deal with guys that are jealous of me, that I fucking hate that I get more attention.
And I don't think it's a gas leak this time.
Like, one of the guys I work with tonight, he's one of the guys we're having kind of like a little bit of troubles with off and on that because he's having issues with relationships or whatever the fuck bullshit it is. And like, I know he's jealous of me. I know he doesn't really like me because he likes to be a center of attention. And he tries so hard to be a center of attention. And then with me, I'm a center of attention for no fucking reason. And I say it because I'm more attractive than this dude. Because this dude is like, he's just old looking. Like, if this dude wasn't like he looks old because he did a lot of fucking drugs when he was younger than that, like heavy drugs. And honestly, if he didn't do heavy drugs, he lived like a normal life, and he was healthy and that, and exercise, he would actually have a somewhat of a good look to him and that. And he would get more attention too. But since he doesn't, he acts like a little kid. And like we're catching that, like it's not like people mean to do this. Some people's personalities never grow their whole entire life. Like this dude's like almost 50. You know, he likes to like act like he's 20. He wants to hang out with young people and that and all stuff. And I say why? Cause it's cool and all stuff. But I like being like that. I'm like, dude, it comes time that you have to fucking grow up. One of the fundamental things that most women always fucking hate is a unconfident, ungrown up man. Like there's just grown up things you have to do. Like you have to work. A guy that doesn't work, honestly, women are not that attracted to. First thing they want you to do is they want you to work, they want you to make money. Guys say, why do I have to do that for you? It's not doing it for her, it's doing it for yourself.
Once I get off.
Because if you want to get that fucking pussy, you have to work for it. It's just how it is. Some guys have to work less. Like me, I can get pussy very easily. I can flirt around the chick and that and like get her number and that, and all of a sudden, you know, she'll spread her legs for me. And yes, it does happen that easily. You know, it depends on the woman too. Some women play hard to get, but eventually they break down enough to where they'll just spread their legs for me anyway, because they're gonna want it. They're gonna want that inner. They're gonna want, you know, that value, that because of attraction that they have towards me. And there's a lot of guys out there who are just like me. They're just good-looking dudes. They're just good-looking, and they can't help it. It's just how their faces are. Their structural face is good in there. Probably the way they act in that. They act really confident. They have good morals in that. And people attract towards that shit. I tell people out there, you know, if you have issues, especially like self-esteem issues means you just need to do things you want to do and just be the person that you actually are. I'm always a truth seeker. I was always like seeking out Christ and that, even when I was younger and that. I never understood it until later on in my life and that, but I have to say is, I'm always going to be who I am no matter what. I always play video games. I always jerk off the fucking hot-ass fucking anime shit, because guess what? That's just who I am. Speaking the truth. I'll always do it. When I get obsessed with a woman and that, I will constantly be smacking my meat off to her, because I like her a lot. And you know, sometimes you look at a picture of a girl, especially if they have Facebook and that, and they got a nice picture of their like ass or their boobs and that, obviously it's going to be just like that. What's social media for? It's just literally there to look at things and interact with it. That's all it is. Is that a girl I have the super hots for? Yeah, I have massive hots for her. I stare her ass all day long because it makes me happy. I mean, obviously not all day long because I have to work, but you know, say like throughout the day I look at it. You know, and it's just how it is. I interact with it. I don't say nothing. I don't do nothing. I just look. My eyes can look. If I enjoy it, I'm going to look at it. And they say, why are you looking? I'm like, well, because I enjoy it. If you get mad, then don't bend over in front of me. You know, they never want to do that. They'll bitch about it, but they'll always do it. My friend says, there's always so much shit in that. So, for instance, I was sitting there, and it made it a perfect fucking thing. So one of the guys in the back, he was on his phone, that. I grabbed a trash bag, like a trash rolled up bag. It was just like a bunch of trash bags. And I hit it against my hand. And I was looking at him. I was just like, come on, boy, you need to go back to work, boy. I kept slapping it because it was a joke. And he got looked at me, he started laughing and shit. And then behold, he was in the back. He couldn't see it. And I didn't say nothing about it. The manager lady goes over. Instead of like bending on her knees and that to turn off something, she completely bends over and sticks her ass in the air because she knows I'm right there and she knows I'm going to look at her. So I turned around, I looked at her nice, fat, round little ass, which I'm fucking addicted of. Like, her ass is fantastic. I love it. And I smacked my thing, but he didn't know what I was looking at. And when I smacked it, I was looking at her. I wanted to say something, and I kind of hinted. I'm like, yeah, she like bent over in front of me when I was doing it. I thought it was funny. Because there was two jokes happening at once, evidently. And she knew I was looking. I'm like, you don't have to, but the funny thing of it is,
A lot of times she would go on her, she would like do like a squat formation to go down there and do it. But this time she knew that no one else was around. The guy was in the back, and my view was in line of her. And she decided to bend over, stick her ass in the air because she want me to look at her butt. I'm like, oh yeah, I love looking at your ass. So right there, what's the harm in that? You know, I say nothing about it. It's just like there's no action taken. It's just I look, I like, and that's it. And she knows it because I talk about it. People notify it. That's a good thing, you know. It's just it's simple interactions without doing any harm. It makes me happy.
Strength.
She gets a thrill out of it 'cause she knows I'm looking, and she smiles about it and that. Like, yeah, he's checking me out, and she knows 'cause I talk about it. I bring it up to her. I say, you have a really nice body. You're very attractive and that. And she's like, oh yeah, I maintain myself. I'm sure you do. But that's what the truth actually is. And like, as long as you're not being like too like retarded about it, it is what it is. If I like something and I interact with that person, I say, yeah, you got great butt on you because you look good. That woman should be thrilled. I mean, yeah, if the dude's ugly, well, yeah, if the dude's ugly, then you'd be like, oh my god, you're ugly. But with me, whatever. The interaction's just like, oh, he's kind of attractive. Yeah, he can stare at me all day long, and that's what I do. And I get away with it. Those meddling kids, you know, Scooby-Doo. Those meddling kids. Arr.
No, the other.
Shoot at me. But yeah. But yeah, it was just kind of funny though. But I'm not gonna lie, I just got a fantastic fucking like body of that. She looks extremely good, maybe because she's a crackhead. Most crackheads will tiny fucking skin.
Spectacular.
This gun is really fucking good. My problem with this gun is that it kills you when it gets close because it fucking explodes. I'm trying to think it's one of my skills, but it happens with my other character too. Increase kill streak by 24%. Skill damage by 45%. Skill critical damage gains. Skill damage and critical damage gains. Part of the kill streak max thing. I think I know. 15% chance critical thing. That might actually be really good for how fast I shoot. That might be something I would look forward to. 12% gun damage or 12% crit. I think 12% gun damage would be better. There's electricity. Spirit bomb. Spirit bomb. Frozen. There's a electric jacket. Shock. Speed. I actually do like it a lot. I don't know if I can go down that really. I can, but I have to get rid of some things. Because my movement speed will go up by 20%, my damage will go up by 30 while moving. And that'd be fucking really fucking good. Explode, shock tank. This one increases shock damage. I do like this one a lot because it's what I use, but the kinetic damage is just too damn high. Like, I don't know what to get rid of because all this stuff is too damn good. Like, this gives me kill streak, gives me max health capacity, goes up 50%, and it regenerates my life by a certain amount. It's just too damn good. Life drain 10% is fucking really amazing. That's really good. It just gives me pure extra damage. Smash to obtain maximum shield. That's what I get. The only thing I don't get the health thing.
Okay, thanks, bye! So easy.
It's like 40. I can get it. See, I love this gun a lot because it's really fucking strong. I don't think I have a lot of guns. I have this one. I do have the shotgun. I guess I could use this. I think this would be pretty good actually. Yeah, it's just a new shotgun. It doesn't shoot that far, which is fucking really stupid. That's not too bad. It takes about 15,000 per pellet.
Getting too close.
I can't say overshield, I can't say get the limit regeneration, so it actually helps out a lot. But shotgun, that's other loads of damage.
Wanna die?
just this gun's way too powerful. I just get too much power. I think it's the speed of it because I got all that SMG damage on it. Actually, do I have that gun? I don't think I do. I have it in my arsenal, I believe. I do have this one. No, there's a gun I want to get. I gotta get it back again. It's actually
Who wants to be my Ripper Shield?
no, it's a fucking minigun.
Fall back!
You ripped those rippers to shreds! And then shredded the shred you did! And now that you've accomplished something that benefits me, you deserve a treat!
That ain't fun! Sit tight. Almost there. Hardwood.
It's actually like my favorite thing. With this SMG point that's gonna make it even stronger. It's gonna be like super quick. And I love using it. It's so fun to use it. I can't go back to actual time itself. I call it the Uzi SMG. It shoots extremely fast. It shoots like 22 bullets per like second or some bullshit. It's like it's like meh. It's fun to use with Clash because or Cash because he has basically I get unlimited shooting with it. And I can just sit there and shoot it, but his guns are based upon pure elemental, so it does better when he has elemental instead of being kinetic. Like hers is more better kinetic.
Give me a chance.
I'm gonna need
I hate to see what I want to dress myself in animal parts to connect to my primals.
Oh man, I took a piss. Okay, where's it at? Where is it at? Is this it? There it is. Yeah, it's a little sexy. Don't want to get rid of that. I'll get rid of this because I don't like using that much. It's a 20 tricks. They're good.
Bring me some.
The criminal mastermind. I shoplifted a whole pack of gum.
We're gonna go in a different.
Super fun. Okay, got it on that. I keep it. I wish the spawn ratio was a little bit quicker. I like rather faster spawns, especially when you got unlimited levels like this.
You wish, asshole!
Not use the shotgun, so the shotgun is. Like the shotgun is actually pretty good.
So easy.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around with this class. Yeah, I'm trying to get cash up in that, but like, I haven't got his unique mod yet. That's actually really strong for him, because I really don't like it too much. Like, her mod gives her that health drain, which is fucking ridiculous.
Just that. You got this.
Bye.
2 out of 4 time damage is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, if I unload on a critical spot with this gun, with that, it just does so much fucking damage because it'll do all 20 at once and it'll get up to like 100,000 in fucking like second. It's just ridiculous amount of damage. I find that really funny. And there's just so much social media stuff. So much shit. Hilarious to me. I mean, an electric gun is a lot better. I can't say it's not. Because it gets that 50% more damage because it takes your shield, so it grants you 50% more damage. So basically, with my SMG thing and all my stuff, that goes up to like, 5,000 damage, and then I multiply it by whatever else in that I have. Something like that. Yeah. This gun's really good for enormous amount of damage. Catastrophic damage. I dig it, this fucking sniper. Yeah, this is the explosion sniper.
Yeah.
The thing is, I find all these fucking guns all over the place. It's a burst sniper.
What makes sirens so speedy? Cold-blooded.
You sure you want to do this? Never gonna think. Where did my face?
To do that!
I thought that sounded really good.
Oh, you proud of yourself?
Well, that overshoot, I can't run out of ammo. It's like the perfect combination. So once I build up my damage ratio, my overshield constantly says as long as I'm hitting, as long as people don't get too close to me. Like bosses, I basically can't die during boss fights. Unless they fucking like one shot me completely. Or if I if I can't hit people constantly and shit. Like, yeah. So I build up the damage with this gun's probably gonna be my best ever. Because it's just really powerful. That's why I need to get a bigger shoot. Let me go ahead and go get the. I don't know, the power play shield is really good. I think I need to go get the power play shield that my other guy has because it gives him more speed. It's stronger too. Because everybody's speed will be absolute. It won't be any decrease. Cash is just good because of his fucking infinite ammo using. Basically, it's not infinite, but it takes away his reload. He doesn't have to reload so damn much. Especially with automatic, so you can just basically like she can just use that gun forever because it's unlimited ammo when you have overshield. Which is a prime example of the reason why it's that kind of gun for her, because it makes perfect sense. Because her overshield capabilities is ridiculous. Like I can overshield when I kill people with this guy, but oh no, I actually get overshield when I damage people too. But... I wish it was automatic, but it's not. Dueling pistols. No. I would use this, but it has fire. Is it good? Kinetics. I do have that. That gun would be extremely fun. Grab that. I'll give that to her. It is way too low. Grass. Yeah, she can't have any armor. Oh yeah, that's the gun I got from the what you call it? From it does melee damage. I have never used it before. I'll try it out. Okay. I would love to use Doom Shotgun with it, but unfortunately she's not gonna be too good with it. I can't use anything else.
Be filled up for another couple hours.
Thanks.
That one gun, it's basically the Saros of Borderlands. When you zoom in, it gets slower, but the damage goes up by 100%. It gets 50% less shooting, but it gets 100% more damage.